Third, we need to promote solar and wind-based generation with production based in Illinois. We have great untapped potential to meet much of our energy needs through a combination of solar and wind power generation. A rapid expansion of solar and wind power generation can be accomplished by, first, requiring lenders to extend loans to qualified property owners for solar power or wind generators at a minimal 1% interest rate. This could be readily accomplished with a state bank. And second, requiring utilities to purchase power from solar and wind power producers at a premium rate. Under one variation, a portion of the premium would be payable directly to the lender, which would have a secured interest in the solar or wind generator until the loan is paid back. Now let's think about this. This creates a win-win situation. The bank is paid back, the homeowner, farmer, or business investing in solar or wind generation realizes immediate savings on energy costs, and in many cases will go from being a net consumer to a net producer of energy. Their greater income will further stimulate the economy. The utilities will have to pay the cost of the premium rate, but in the long run, they will realize the benefits of having a greater, stable, more diversified, and decentralized energy grid, ultimately cheaper in the face of rising fossil fuel prices. As economies of scale are realized in wind and solar power generation, the costs will fall, as will the necessary premium rate, and we will all benefit from the reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Despite growing demand for solar and wind generation in the United States, the biggest producers of solar panels and wind generators today are in China and Europe. A program like the one proposed here, combined with appropriate grants and loans for startup businesses, could help jumpstart solar and/or wind generator manufacturing businesses right here in Illinois, creating more quality manufacturing jobs. A fourth thing we need to do with respect to our energy resources is we need to develop other creative means of generating energy that do not emit greenhouse gases. One very promising option is called the Integrated and Advanced Renewable Energy System developed by Equitech International LLC. This is a process that can take a variety of forms of toxic, radioactive, medical, and other harmful waste, something our society produces in abundance, and by using superheated steam, break it down chemically, extracting energy, and reforming the matter into non-toxic usable products. Equally important, the Equitech model focuses not only on the technology, but on the question of who owns and benefits from the technology. In its pending project in East St. Louis, and generally, it proposes that the community where the system is sited be invested in the project, literally as community stakeholders. Thus, the community benefits not only from an infusion of jobs and a new source of clean energy, it also benefits by virtue of being shareholder owners of the facility and recipients of the eventual dividends realized. This same model could then be utilized to revive other depressed communities, from southern Illinois to the south side of Chicago. A third step that we need to take to improve our economy generally is, just like we need to improve our energy infrastructure, we need to modernize our transportation infrastructure. A commitment to renovating and properly maintaining our infrastructure, waterways, bridges, roads, rail lines, public buildings, and facilities, would create thousands of good engineering, construction, and maintenance jobs. If spent wisely on projects that will actually save commuters time and money, it can further promote economic health. Now, the recent Capitol bill was in some ways a start, but in other ways it was badly misguided, especially by placing so much emphasis on road construction. Our over-reliance on the automobile as a principal means of transportation is exacting a terrible toll on the environment and makes us overly dependent on foreign oil. Automobiles account for about 1/2 of all air pollution emissions in the United States and are the biggest producers of carbon dioxide, the main source of global warming, emitting about 1/4 of the total. Over-reliance on the automobile also exacts terrible human costs, including its impact on human health, mortality, and the colossal waste of time imposed when U.S. drivers literally spend billions of hours per year stuck in traffic. As the cost of oil inevitably rises, both the cost of road construction and the cost of auto transportation will do the same. This means that money spent on road construction will be increasingly less effective in creating construction jobs. Under these circumstances, to spend more money on road expansion makes no sense. We need to focus on alternatives to the automobile, as well as smart urban planning and reconstruction policies that move homes, schools, stores, and workplaces closer together, reducing commute times. One part of the answer is improved rail transit, both intercity high-speed rail and intra-city and regional light rail. One of the few good things coming out of the present administration in Washington is a somewhat improved commitment to rail. We need to take full advantage of this federal funding stream by applying for every available dollar and matching it with our own. Building a new system of high-speed railways interconnecting Chicago, Springfield, St. Louis, Carbondale, Marion, and other key centers, supplemented by improved mass transit systems throughout the state, will be good for the environment, improve our quality of life, and be good for our economy. Every $1 billion spent on rail transit creates 7,000 more jobs than the same amount of money spent on road construction. By reducing our reliance on the automobile, we will not only improve the quality of life for ourselves and the quality of our environment, we will also save money. The average U.S. family today spends nearly 20% of its budget on transportation. By reducing this outlay, families will have more discretionary income available to spend on other goods and services. So, fixing our budget problem, renovating our energy infrastructure, and modernizing our transportation infrastructure in a green direction are the first 3 steps we need to take to improve our economy. And in subsequent videos, I will be talking about other steps we need to improve our economy. This is Rich Whitney, Green Party candidate for Governor of Illinois. And this November 2010, I ask for your support and your vote. Thank you for listening.